Hey everybody, Bart the Nature Guy here on a beautiful December morning. It is just picture perfect outside for December right now. We got this crisp blue skies. The ice is forming on this lake, and you can kind of see the open water there. So it's the last of the open water, which I think is what made me stop and want to do the video, because I think I'm hanging on to open water for the last little bits of December here before it completely, like, all this kind of water that's not moving. I mean, streams and some rivers might stay open throughout the winter, but this whole place is going to start locking up for about 3 or 4 months. So I'm really like searching out the open water right now, and I it just kind of prompted me to want to make the video today and look at the ice that's forming as well. This is really clear ice. I can really see like weeds and stuff underneath this ice. It's very, very clear. I mean, I picked out a piece for you. I mean, you can really see through it pretty well. You can see, I mean, my face is kind of blurred, but I mean, you can really still see my cheeks and my nose and my mouth and my beard and even my hat through it. So it's a very clear ice. It's really kind of cool to mess with. So I thought we kind of make an invitation to kind of mess with ice, and ice doesn't have to be off a lake like this. It could be something you find on the side of a curb. Like, that's one of the best sounds I remember as a kid, is like jumping off a curb and crunching on ice down as you walk down the sidewalk, and all the interesting sounds it makes. So I'm just encouraged, as we get towards the invitation part, is seeing where is some ice around it, if it's safe. If it's not safe, definitely don't go. I mean, this ice is not safe to be around or on in any way. But if you have a location that you can kind of find a little bit of ice to be with, or maybe it's even just grabbing an ice cube out of your fridge or your freezer at home and bringing that outside, and just being with that element of water in its frozen form with nature. And and we'll talk about that when we get towards the invitation piece. But as most of you know, I always like to start by bringing ourselves to center. Start with our breath. We're kind of bringing us here to the spot to take a few minutes for ourselves and our senses. So we'll be with our breath first, and also using that time for vision. What do you see? So I'll step out of the camera's view, and maybe it's just kind of being with your breath, also engaging that sense of sight, seeing what you can see. Maybe if there's some motion, if you step outside your home or find a place to be in nature. Those grasses at the bottom of your picture on the screen are definitely making some slight movements in the breeze. Okay. Now I think we'll be with our sense of hearing or our sound. Maybe even in this video you can hear, on the other side of this lake there's a highway, and I can definitely hear that highway. And that's definitely part of this as well. And so it's kind of a cool, hearing those kind of cars roll through the highway has its own soothingness to it as well. But it can also be like the leaves rustling in the wind near us. So if you could please just be with your sense of hearing and sound, and listen for the things around you. Great. And now with that sense of touch, I definitely was holding that ice earlier, and it was definitely cold. This hand is very, very cold, but you can see like the sun is on the back of my jacket right now, and my back is actually really warm, but my hand is really, really cold. And so maybe that sensation of between, like, one side of my face here is in the sun and one side's in the shade. Part of my head's underneath the hat, and part of my face is exposed. So being outside and just experience a little bit of time with that sensation of touch. Maybe there's something around you. Like, I found this little tree right here. It's got little berries in it, and so I'm kind of breaking them apart right now, and it's definitely makes my hands kind of dirty, but it's also like interesting. So we were talking about our sense of smell. Not much smell with these at this point, but they are kind of, it's really sticky. It's got like a big seed in the middle, so I'm just kind of, maybe there's a leaf near you or a stick that you're finding interesting, or maybe there's some pine needles or anything like that. So just kind of be with that sense of touch, whether it be from the wind or the sun or the shade. There's something around you that's of interest to you, and that sensation of touch and what's around you in nature right now. Alrighty. And now the sensation of taste. Drawing that air in over the mouth, Air is very dry today. Cool. And the last one, that's a smell. Those berries didn't have much sense of smell. I like to draw that air in over through my nostrils. Out of my mouth. You can go nostrils or mouth on the exhale. And I don't have a real sensation of a certain particular smell, but I do, it's like more of a sensation of crispness. It's like the air is crisp this morning, and so I kind of sense that as I inhale. I get more of a sensation than I do of an actual smell. Where in like the summer and the fall, with all the moisture in the air and fall dry leaves, there's a lot more of a smell in the air. Right now, being along this lake with all the ice, it's more of a crisp smell that I get. So very cool. All right, we're gonna move on to our invitation now, and this invitation is with ice, and so it's super fun. Like it's you know, if you're able to find some ice, the sensation of touch, maybe you know, I just broke it right here. I'm gonna take a little piece here, throw it on. Here's some sound. Oh, that's awesome. I gotta do that again. That was fun. Let's see here. Here's a small piece. Here we go, one more. I broke it again. Here's another one. Awesome. So the sensation of sound, my hands are now super cold already because it's breezy, and it's just, my hands get cold really fast anyways. So you can also hold this up to the light. So I have a little piece here, and take that piece, and then I'll look at how that magnifies or kind of dissipates the light in different directions. So please take some time to really enjoy how light interacts with the ice. We're not going to do taste. I don't know. I want to trust a lot of ice from lakes around here, so we're not going to do taste too much. But so we heard it, we're feeling it, we're seeing it. Not much smell. But my invitation to you this week is to find some ice outside, or bring ice from your fridge, and hear what those sounds are like. So, and again, you might have ice that's not safe to go to, but you might find something like a little rock or something. You might be able to find a way that it breaks. That was actually a piece of dirt, not a rock. Let me see if I can find a rock for us. Here's one. So here's a rock. And let's see what kind of sound this one makes. That's an awesome sound. I don't know if you can hear that or not on the video, but it's pretty cool. So there we go. There's your invitation for the week. Icebreaker, we'll call it. So being with some ice, as long as you feel safe in that location that you're at, please go be with some ice if you can. Enjoy this this transition of open water to ice as we go into winter. Bart the Nature Guy, peace out. Take care, everybody. See you later.